What up, everybody? We are the Baxter Street Boys. You know us, you love us. Thanks for coming back. My name is Cole Wilcox, joined by co-host Jake Gordon and our producer Griffin Rudy. We're ready to have a rowdy time. We're about to get rowdy. Listen, we've had some fun on Twitter lately. Today was not that fun. Let's address that. And we got a lot to talk about. We're going to update our top Georgia games. We're going to talk about some Super Bowl props. One of the best betting days of the year. These props are outrageous, and it makes it more fun. And, of course, we have the return of the Scumbag meter. We have a jam-packed show. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. Let's get right into it.
10, 12, he's running over people. Oh, you hurt the walking. We just stepped on their face with a hobnail boot and broke their nose. We just crushed their face.
Defense, 40, 30, they won't catch him. Go, Swift, into the end zone. Touchdown! The freshman just ran it back to Philadelphia. Throws near sideline, and it's intercepted. Intercepted, Keely Ringo at the 21. Off he goes, 40, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, near sideline. Breaks the tackle, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, 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 Georgia.
I know I'm asking a lot, you guys, but hunker it down one more time.
All right. What an intro. Always, boys, how we doing?
I'm all right. I had a busy day today, but I'm getting the creative juices flowing, getting back into the it's hard. The off season's a grind, especially been working all day.
Yeah.
Prize Picks hoodie, shout out to Prize Picks. But
that is
been working all day, and then you got to come on and put on a show, and we're stretched for content right now, but that's what separates the good from the great.
Exactly. Yeah. It's always go time. Dude, that's what I was about to say. For some reason, I'm in the off season right now for my sport, as most of you guys know. And everybody's like, it's off season, you're just chilling. Dude, I don't know what happens, but I'm way more busy in the off season than I ever am in the season. The season is the easiest time of my life.
You are running wild right now.
Holy crap, dude.
I think coaching is part of it, a big part of it.
A little bit. It takes up like from 3 to 6, but like it's constant. But this is my reward every day. I don't know if you ever had this. We don't give free ads, but this is a free ad. Dr. Pepper cream soda. I mean, it's
funny. Cole, I was thinking we were talking about one of our topics today was going to be if you could have an NIL, one NIL deal, what would it be? And I said I knew Cole was going to say Dr. Pepper. I don't know if that's what you were going to say, but you led right into it with that.
Dude, honestly, I mean, yeah, let's just go right into that first topic. I mean, I was thinking about this. It would definitely be food related for me or drink related for me. Like,
yeah,
I'm not a big clothes guy. Like, as you can see, I got this shirt right here when I was in 8th grade. The coach at Heritage was trying to keep me at Heritage because I was exploring going to a private school. He's like taking me through the freaking field house, and he's like, "Here, take this shirt." Throws it to me. It was like a 3XL. I was like, "How on earth am I supposed to wear this?" So now I've washed it so many times throughout the years. I wear it now still.
You better be a Macaulay. You better be a Macaulay merchant.
Baylor. They were freaking out because Tiana was a quarterback at the time, and they didn't have a quarterback coming up, and so they were freaking out about it. And I knew I wasn't going to play football for all 4 years, and so that kind of what the whole reason for me going there was going to be, and for them paying for it. So I said no. But I'm glad I did because
great guy.
Shout out.
I'm glad you said no too. Free.
Yeah. Shout out to Cooper Kinney. We would have killed Baylor in baseball when I was in high school. So I mean, it wouldn't matter. But yeah, I think Dr. Pepper is a good starting point for me. I'd like to see like what falls under the Dr. Pepper brand because they're separate from Coke now, right? Like completely separate.
Yeah. Always kind of separate, I think. I don't think
Coke is Mr. Pibb.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper, I think, has always been its own entity, though. I don't think they've ever really. They might have been with Pepsi for, I don't know, maybe, but I'm pretty sure they've always kind of been on their own.
I'd like to see what else falls under Dr. Pepper. Because
you'd be Larry Culpepper in a couple commercials.
I would love. I miss Larry Culpepper. Larry Culpepper was awesome. I don't know why they did away with him. He was the GOAT. The Fansville sucks. It makes me not want to drink Dr. Pepper.
Dude, actually, low-key, the most recent commercial for Fansville, I kind of love it. Or the one where they're like, it's the wave, and they're like, I'm not participating in this. And they're all just like, that crap is actually kind of funny.
I thought of a really good one, too. And like you said, I thought about clothes and shoes at first, but I feel like if you're an athlete, you get plenty of that stuff. I feel like Titleist would be sick because you could just get like a custom pair of golf clubs and stuff like that. A bunch of Titleist gear. I think that would be sick.
I think Cole could pick out my number one for sure.
Is it food related or no?
Yeah, it's food related.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Chick-fil-A would be top dog for me.
It's a
Chick-fil-A would
strong
be sick.
choice. But I feel like they'd write your contract to where you can't like swear on the internet and stuff.
Like, there's probably some people out there
True.
yelling like Nike, blah blah. Like, dude, that's lame. Like, of course,
No.
everybody wants freaking Nike,
Dude,
man.
I would do something clothes related that I would do though is like Mitchell and Ness. You ever heard of Mitchell and Ness?
Yes, Mitchell and Ness.
That would be
good
sick
stuff. They
because
do,
you get
the
like
bag jerseys.
dope retro jerseys and stuff, and they
Oh,
have
here.
sick hats and stuff. I got some dope hats from Mitchell and Ness.
Oh, Jake's going
And
to fetch one.
Yeah, I got a sick LeBron
I
jersey.
got the
from Mitchell.
Anthony Edwards throwback Timberwolves.
That's sick.
Nasty.
That's sick. You know
Yeah,
what sucks,
also-
dude? What sucks is I got a cheap Brett Favre jersey like 3 months ago, and then it turns out he's just the biggest scumbag on the planet. So I now have to do away with that. I mean, literally, I think it came in the mail, and then that report came out that he literally was transferring money from a charity to Southern Miss
Dang,
Volleyball.
dude.
I don't think it was a charity. I think it was the state welfare fund, dude. He's gonna go to prison for a long time for that.
What an idiot. Yeah, so I can't wear that anymore.
Chuck's Fish. If I can go sit down at Chuck's Fish every Friday and get my
Yeah.
sushi special and have some sake, I think I would do it for just that.
Dude, that's what I'm trying to think of, like stuff that I would use every single day. And like, listen, everybody likes clothes, but like I said, I can wear this right here. Like this is what I wear every single day. If it's comfortable, I'm gonna wear it. So like, obviously, Lululemon would be sick. Fun fact, kind of a flex. My agency is partnered with Lululemon, so they send me some stuff quite often.
Dang, bro, sick.
It's really whatever.
Hey, tell him to hook us up, dude. I'll sell out and be a yoga mom on this show.
Yeah,
Dude, facts.
yeah. Screw Lululemon though, because they're supposed to get. It's called the Sweat Collective, and professional athletes get a discount. Dude, I get denied every single time I try to register for it. I don't know why. I get denied every single time. Pisses me off. But I like Dr. Pepper. I like what you said about Titleist. I like some golf.
I would do something.
Gatorade would be sick.
I was thinking Gatorade.
Goat would be cool. Like you get some sick
I was gonna
shoes.
say
Yeah,
sneakers.
I love
Sneakers app.
sneakers, and like, dude, if I could like pick out some like expensive pairs of sneakers on Goat, like I would be down. Like,
Dude, what if you got to go with like Delta or something? You could fly whenever you wanted
That's
to.
a
Wherever.
good
that is a good point. That's something I didn't think about. Something that's like actually
Like
useful
for travel.
Yeah.
You know what I was kind of thinking? This probably wouldn't be as big of a deal when you're in college because you have like world-class facilities, but Peloton bikes are like $12,000. I mean, it'd be pretty cool to get hooked up.
I
with
wish
one
I'd
of
have gotten
those.
some Peloton stock during COVID, man. I mean, that thing just shot
Seriously.
through the roof.
Well,
I
it went
mean,
back down when
Mason's-
their treadmills started killing toddlers, but I think it's recovered since then.
Yeah, that Peloton bike will wear you out.
Yeah.
I had a good one earlier. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it would have changed a lot if I started building this house. I would have tried to get some different deals for sure. Try to get in with some freaking trim company or something. Get some deal on that. Griff,
I
let's
think
talk
a
about
nice,
this.
nice watch company too. That's my last one I got. Like a nice watch.
Oh yeah, that
company.
would be cool. That would be dope.
Or cars.
I
obviously.
just bought a
Cars
watch
are always
actually.
sick.
I've been wanting a nice watch.
What about like
sweet G on
FanDuel
it.
or something? That would be
Okay.
sick.
Trust
I
me,
mean,
I've tried to grease the wheels on that.
but-
You can't do that, but
The thing about that would be like, as an athlete, like I don't know how you
Oh
go.
yeah, in
about-
college you can't. In college you can't. Do
Yeah,
it.
so
No.
that's what would.
I'm just
and
thinking.
by the way,
strictly
Cole,
sponsorship, too.
this is a prize pick show. By the way,
That's true. Prize picks.
throwing that
shout
out there.
Griff, speaking of FanDuel and prize picks, you've been hot lately with your picks on TikTok. You've been hot.
4-0, baby.
Tell us about it a little bit. You just been like, did you just wake up one day and be like, I'm about to get on a heater. I'm going to start posting picks.
No, dude, I just literally ended up on a heater after that. The Texas Tech game is actually where it started.
Yeah. Did you post any plays today? I haven't been on
Nah,
TikTok.
I didn't post one today. I thought about posting West Virginia, but the money was like so whack on it. Like
See,
it-
this is a professional here.
it was system play. I played it regardless.
Right.
Yeah,
I just
took
didn't
West
want to.
Virginia as well.
I didn't want to give it out because the money was whack on it. I wasn't too sure. Like I feel like Iowa State has been on the wrong end of this system like 4 times this year, and I like eventually I feel like they're gonna get one.
Rumor
But-
has it, Griff, that your bookie just picked up the late shift at Waffle House. He's hurting so bad after the
Yeah,
last
I
couple
mean,
weeks.
he better figure it out because I mean,
You've cleaned him.
No, I have not cleaned him. I'm probably
You call Griffin Iowa State merchant, by the way.
he's probably out here and he's just like he's probably like, well, I don't know what's going on the past 2 weeks, but I mean, like it's gonna end soon anyway.
Yeah. No, he is fired up about what's to come in the future after these couple weeks.
Yeah,
he's seen this story before.
TJ
he actually hasn't seen this story before. I've never been this hot in my life. But
well, that's why you need to follow us on TikTok. It's on the screen. You can see it right now at Backstreet Boys.
Next play, I'm really convicted, and I'll make sure to post it. I
Cool.
don't lose this for tomorrow, but if there's a system play on there, those are usually the ones that go up. The only non-system play that's been on the TikTok was, well, actually, I guess Indiana wasn't a system play.
Kansas wasn't.
But yeah,
So,
I was gonna say Kansas and Indiana.
So while we're on the topic of gambling and such, I forgot that since we've had this conversation that a couple of decisions have been made, and a lot of teams have set their schedules for next year. And one of those teams is the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And Mr. Griffin Rudy still owes us a game at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
That's true.
And I'm looking at
my God.
September 9th, the Dogs play Ball State at home, and Georgia Tech plays South Carolina State.
Oh, God.
Actually, Griff, let me bail you out here. Let me bail you out.
Let me watch UNC. Do they play UNC at home?
They play Wake Forest the week that we play UAB. That could be a good one. I don't know. Trent are coming to town.
I wanted to have to go on like a Thursday night or they play Friday. How about that's in Mercedes? Screw that. You gotta go to Bobby Dodd.
October 28th. Who do we play? We got Florida that day. I was gonna say that's North Carolina.
Yeah, you don't want to go to that.
November 18th, we play Tennessee. You can go watch Georgia Tech play Syracuse.
Dude, what if we made him do that?
That's just mean. That is just mean. We are off October 21st. And
maybe I just get.
They play Boston College. Yeah, that'd be a good one. You're going to BC on
Maybe I just get it over with at the beginning of the season though with the Ball State one.
No, we get to pick, buddy.
I know, but like, if you guys want to be nice.
No, you're gonna go October 21st when they play Boston College at home.
That's fast. We're off.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Honestly, that's what we'll look forward to for now, I guess.
You got to put a max bet on Boston College, dude.
Oh, I will. I mean, come on. I'll probably buy some Boston College
there
gear
for like his 7th year.
No, he's leaving. He's transferring.
He's transferring?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I saw that he was. I think.
Which eligibility
does quarterback
have?
Jerkovic.
He was draft eligible like 2 years ago.
He was projected like first rounder coming into the year or something. Bull crap.
Not by me.
That's hilarious. I almost forgot about that, but yeah. I mean, I'm glad you got hot now, Gambling. It would have been nice if you got hot a little earlier in this. Maybe you wouldn't have to go to Bobby Dodd.
It would have. I did go 4-0 in the last week of the bets.
The good news
and both my win totals hit.
you should be watching a barn burner because the last game that Phil Jerkovich played in, I'm seeing 13-3. He completed 12 passes for 19 yards with 2 picks, and they lost to UConn.
Imagine going.
I'm gonna get some seats behind the freaking Georgia Tech sideline and just chirp Brent Key, tell him he's a fake tough guy.
You should either do that, or you should go sit in like the Boston College student section in just all Georgia gear, and they will love you. They would probably.
That would actually be dope. Yeah, that would actually be fun, honestly.
Yeah, go sit in the band.
Oh, you got to sit with the Georgia Tech band. That would be awful.
Oh God.
They're just written doing that little dumb shit they do.
Oh my gosh! All right, got a little off topic there, but yes, Griff is hot.
Before we get back on topic, though, I do want to mention this because it was one of the coolest things ever last night. Watching it live was LeBron breaking the scoring record. Dude, I don't know, like that was just history in sports. Like that was so cool to me.
Eric Snow Merchant. Wasn't impressed.
It was just like I don't know. Like I've been a Braun guy for a long time, but like, and that definitely plays a factor. But it was freaking awesome just watching that happen live. Like
dude, they posted that picture. Somebody posted the picture, and Thomas Bryant has his guy sealed down there.
Yeah.
I love that. Thomas Bryant had his guy sealed.
One of my buddies. Shout out to my buddy. He played at LSU. His name's Aaron Ernest. He's a all-time washout. Now he scums around with the likes of me. He was texting us before the game. He's like, "Nah, that when that last shot goes up, I'm goaltending." He's like, "We broke that record. I'm gonna be in the history books too."
That would be hilarious.
No doubt. Let's talk about something that happened on Twitter today before we get to Super Bowl props.
Yeah.
Javon Bullard, he laid a nasty hit on Marvin Harrison Jr. Clean, as good as it gets, just pure football hit. It's awesome. Gets the juices flowing. They're selling the picture. It's labeled Night Night, signed by Javon Bullard. Listen, all we tweeted out was it probably wasn't necessary to say Night Night. And then we had all these people acting like we had someone post the score to the game like we were Ohio State fans.
Can't believe it.
Listen,
It's unbelievable.
I was flabbergasted by some of the comments I saw on that tweet. Like, at no point in time was I ever saying the hit was not sick or anything like that. The picture's awesome. If it was just a picture, I'd probably buy it. Marvin Harrison Jr. was the only guy from Ohio State to come out and say it was a clean hit. So why don't we target someone else? Like, we don't have to target him being knocked unconscious during this hit. Like, everyone else is the one crying. Marvin Harrison Jr. came out and said it was a clean hit. And now he's the one who we're going after. That's the part I didn't like. Like, respect to that dude. He got knocked unconscious. That sucks. But, I mean, we move on.
He was a good sport about it. Like, unlike, oh my God. Hold on.
While you do that.
Vandy, there's 4 seconds left in this Vandy-Tennessee game, and Tennessee just missed a free throw to go up 3, or it could have been 4. It was 1-1. And Vandy's going to have a chance to win right here.
I got to flip it on.
So my whole thing is everybody, it's Twitter, so everybody just makes a big deal out of everything. That is like a one-off type thing. Like people thought we were opening the floor for debate. Doesn't matter. Like he apparently he came out and apologized today too. Like, dude, it's over. The whole thing's over. This is not something that people should be still talking about 24 hours later. But that's not what Twitter's about.
Exactly. There was somebody in the comments who kept saying, you know, Javon Bullard signed this, right? You know, Javon. Yes, I know Javon Bullard signed this. Like, who at 19 years old has not done something they regret or said something they regret? Not even like they regret. Like, Javon Bullard's probably like, I probably could have just signed that.
It was funny in the moment. That's kind of what he said today too. He was like, "Yeah, no, I didn't mean to disrespect anybody." And we were, "Yeah, it's not a big deal."
Exactly. It was not a big deal at all. People made it a big, which I should have known. Hand up. It's my fault. I obviously know that people.
I wasn't going to post it just for that reason. I guess being around for that long, and I know if I say anything even semi-inflammatory, people will be arguing about it in my mentions for 3 days. Dude, that's why I typically just don't bother.
It's like, you're soft, this, that, and another, blah, blah. Like, you know what? Whatever. Like, I don't care at this point. But
have you guys been around for the entirety of this podcast?
Just because we are Georgia fans, because we're Georgia fans, and literally, I promise you, I would be willing to put this on anything. No one has praised Javon Bullard more than these 3 guys sitting on this podcast right here.
Thanks.
We love the guy.
Maybe Brooks.
But what he says is not gospel. I don't have to agree with everything he says.
Right,
like,
exactly.
I mean, he's a 19-year-old Vanderbilt.
They just won. Oh, my God.
Whoa, they beat the basketball school?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's never been to a Final Four?
They just cashed the buzzer beater.
Wow.
That's nuts. Oh, my God.
The official went straight to the reviews. I should screw them. It's a freaking count it.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal, guys. This is also we also did not calculate the fact that this is peak off season and everybody is so bored,
hanging on
so
everything.
bored.
So that makes sense. Whatever. I just want to clear it up. The hit was awesome. I'm not like just sign the picture. I'd hang it right here in my upstairs, which is coming together nice. But night, like I didn't.
We love Javon too.
It's
not.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think that's what I said.
So who cares?
People are acting like I'm sitting here like freaking publicly asking for the guy to be hung or something. Like, dude. I don't care. Like, it doesn't affect me at all, and I think no differently of him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in freaking Washington. Like, if I disagree with someone, I don't hate them. You know? Just wild stuff. Wild stuff today, but whatever. I thought about deleting it, and I was like, nah, screw this. I'm leaving it up. Anyway, Super Bowl props. Some of the funnest stuff to bet on. And you talk about just outrageous stuff. There's some absolutely outrageous stuff that you can bet on.
Did we talk about the national anthem on the last show for a little bit?
No, we didn't. We haven't hit on much at all.
When did we talk? I talked about that with somebody. I feel like it.
We may have mentioned it.
That's
but,
what I mean. Yeah, because the national anthem, the over under. I think the over is the play on that.
Well, let's start with the anthem, and then we'll go like coin toss. We'll go through the ring.
Right. Yeah. All right. So anthem. Chris Stapleton singing it.
I've been told that the over is a guarantee.
I feel like it. I saw some stuff. I saw something. I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was breaking it down. I mean, this thing broke it down piece by piece. So there have been like 4 or 5 country singers, something around those numbers, that have sung the national anthem at the Super Bowl. 3 of the 4 went under, or no, 3 of the 5 went under, but all the people to go under were women. The 2 to go over were both men.
Sabermetrics.
Wow.
So to go over were both men. So Chris Stapleton probably, and I don't know, and they broke it down by like the average length of songs in a year, or in the year that he released his most recent album, and how his songs were like 40 seconds longer than the average song that year.
Testosterone merchants.
I don't know, dude. It was a nuts breakdown. I'd have to try to find it, but over is feels like the play.
I like it. I love it. I've been told it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Coin toss.
That's all I need to know.
I feel like the public, the squares, are going to be betting tails.
I'm going
tails.
I should go
heads. I feel like I should go heads.
Tails never fails.
I don't know. I think I might stay off the coin flip this year. I can't even find like.
It's the best odds on the board. It's 50-50.
I mean, like literally. There's people on this planet who will argue that like coin flips are not 50-50 though. Like after the first one, I don't know, dude. Like people will say that like if you flip tails the first time, the chance of flipping tails is less the second time. And that's just not factual at all. There's people, on God, there's people who will argue that. I've had that argument before, and it's nuts. I can't believe people think it.
All right, let's get into my favorite. Y'all know I'm a man who loves to bet the first touchdown scorer. And I like a lot of them. I'm not going to lie. Travis Kelce feels like he gets first touchdown every single time he steps on the football field.
Low-key.
But, man, Patrick Mahomes at plus 2,700 is just looking at me right there. You don't think Mahomes could just scamper into the end zone?
I definitely think he could, but he's also banged up a little bit, so I feel like
he's had 2 weeks. He looked fine on that last run to win the game.
Yeah, true, but I don't know. I kind of want to take Mecole just for the principle.
He's on IR.
He's not playing.
Oh, he's not playing? His odds are freaking on my website.
They activated Clyde Edwards-Helaire before the game, and I'm so pissed I didn't get him at like plus 30,000.
Let's look at some of these absolutely outrageous props. What was that one week that one of our buddies sent us last night, Griff? Will Tom Cruise land on the field?
Yeah, no, it was.
Where are those at? Where can I find those?
Well, I don't even. I think he was looking on Bovada or something like that. But it was like, will Tom Cruise parachute out of an airplane and land on the field during halftime or before the game or something like that? And the odds, it was like plus 100,000 or something like that.
You never know. He could.
It's worth sprinkling. Like
how nuts would that be?
Oh, I would go insane.
And I hate Tom Cruise. Let's just be clear on that.
Let's see.
I'm trying to find some more.
Isaiah Pacheco at plus 1,000 feels solid. I think he almost got first touchdown against the Bengals, and then it got called back for holding. Also, I had Kadarius Toney in that game too, and he was supposed to get it, but that's what I get for trusting Gators.
Yeah, they stink.
AJ Brown at plus 900, Miles Sanders plus 850. I don't know. I'm just gonna bet all of them. That's what I always do because you just gotta hit one.
Listen, here's one that I love, and Jake, you'll appreciate this. Any field goal or extra point to hit the upright or crossbar.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Yes, it's plus 450. No, is minus 700.
Lock it in.
To hit the crossbar, dude. Imagine just sitting there watching the whole Super Bowl, hoping that freaking kick hits the crossbar. I can't think of many things more fun than that.
Which is the one? There's one first kickoff to be a touchback.
It's aren't the odds kind of funky on that one?
I think they moved it a lot. I think it used to be even, and now it's like minus 200 for one of them.
Yeah. I saw something that like in the last.
Here we go. Will there be an octopus? Yes, plus 1,300. No, minus 5,000.
That's a cool one.
What does that mean?
It means that will a player score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion on the same drive? So like one.
That's called an octopus.
Yes.
I thought you meant like a live octopus.
I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's an
like
octopus.
That. For plus 1,300?
Yeah, that would be.
Telling me Travis Kelce can't do that?
I mean, like it's not whether he could do it. It's more of whether it will happen. Like,
well, obviously,
you know,
you freaking moron.
No,
I always like to go.
You don't. I mean, what?
This one's. I always go to the stupid ones that are just like ridiculous odds, like over plus 5,000, and see what's on here. Boston Scott to have 70 plus rushing touchdowns, one touchdown, and Philadelphia to win plus 9,900.
Boston Scott touchdown, anytime touchdown, actually feels like it could be a play.
They're not playing the Giants, unfortunately. That's what he gets all his.
Listen,
he scored every touchdown.
You can bet on the length of the word "brave" in the national anthem. Will it be over 5 seconds or under?
The home of the brave.
But sometimes they hit the brave.
Hey,
I know, but I was gonna say I kind of like over.
Do y'all want the easiest bet of the night? Position of MVP winner, quarterback minus 667. By the way, there is an option for kicker at plus 15,000.
Why would anyone ever take that?
It's a quarterback.
Here's a great one. Will there be a scoring drive that's shorter than the national anthem?
Oh,
that is awesome.
Yeah, no, I saw
and
that
you
one.
said it's going to go over, so maybe this is a good bet. Will a player record an octopus? That's awesome. Will both Jason and Travis Kelce score a touchdown? Don't Stop the Music being Rihanna's first song in her halftime show has the best odds at 25%. You can bet on her eyeshadow color.
I saw one like, will Rihanna's first song be Umbrella, which I'd be down for. I love that song.
This says Don't Stop the Music is odds-on favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would take Umbrella.
Y'all want to hear something?
Please don't stop the music.
First drive result:
hello.
punt minus 113, offensive touchdown plus 311, field goal attempt plus 334. But any other is plus 750. So a turnover, I guess, or anything like that, or a turnover on downs. I feel like that's worth it.
Yeah, there's some good things to be bet here. Is what we're saying. Obviously, you can tell the Super Bowl is
Gatorade color
stuff. Yeah, have you got any insight on that, Jake?
We're still working on that. If anybody wants to chip in, we might have an inside track on Kansas City. We're not sure yet.
Oh, wow.
I did have the Gatorade color the year that they lost to Tampa Bay, and I was very upset. I had a photo of the Gatorade.
That's brutal. All right, we'll keep you updated on that. But that's some of the Super Bowl props to be watched out for.
Maybe we can. I'll throw TikTok out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do a TikTok prop bet for sure. Our favorite one, and it's gonna.
Also, who's everybody betting in the game?
I don't know.
I'm taking Chiefs.
I still haven't decided.
I've already got my money on the Chiefs, so
I'm gonna wake up and
that's gonna be a game time
pick somebody.
It's gonna be a game time decision.
I've already got the money on the Chiefs.
So earlier in the year, before the season started, we broke down the top 10 Georgia games of our lifetime, of what we remember, and we averaged that out to about 2005, right?
Yeah. Here,
Griff, will you please pull up the chart? For those of you listening on podcasts, I will read it off for you. Number 1, the Natty, of course. Number 2, the 2018 Rose Bowl. Number 3, the 2017 SEC Championship. Number 4, the 2021 Orange Bowl. Number 5, Georgia at Notre Dame, 17. Number 6, LSU at Georgia, one of the greatest games in Sanford Stadium history. Number 7, Georgia versus Florida in 2007 when we rushed the field. Number 8, Auburn at Georgia, 2007. Blackout. 2007 had some good games. Also had some bad games. Number 9, 2005 SEC Championship versus LSU. And number 10, Clemson at Georgia. And when you think back over the course of this season, it's very clear that somebody's about to be replaced because we had some absolute freaking slam dunk. And they always say, like, the first one, like, you can't match the first one. Like, everything after that's just not the same. To me, that happened in 2017. Like, 2017 was the year where we never really experienced anything like we experienced. And nothing will ever top that feeling. I think when we won that Rose Bowl, I'm just gonna be honest. Like it was just like the first time.
I don't know. The natty definitely tops it, but it definitely was. I get what you're saying. I don't know.
But we started to expect a natty at that point, is what I'm saying. In 17, no one really expected a natty. Like we all did in the offseason. We all said we did. We really didn't. And then we got so close. Like that one for me was like the most exciting. But like obviously the natty was just unbelievable in its own sense.
And it was just such. I mean, like they were both.
So let's develop a criteria for this before we move further. Is it like impact of the game? Is it how exciting the game was, or is it just a combination of all?
Combination for sure.
Okay. I think like implications and stuff too. I mean,
implications definitely
matter.
They have to matter some, but
they probably
also,
weigh the biggest.
Yeah, they definitely weigh the biggest. But I think like certain things like atmosphere, like who you're playing.
Like if I'm going back and I could relive a game, like LSU at Georgia in 13 is ahead of the Orange Bowl Michigan for me.
Yeah,
we have the Orange Bowl at 4.
Yeah, and we really did need to redo this list, honestly.
I think the two natties have to be 1 and 2 just out of principle.
Yeah, and I agree. And 2021 has to be 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, and I think the Rose Bowl has to be 3.
Yeah,
then 4 has to be
Peach Bowl. Yeah,
like that is the consensus. Top 4.
Yeah.
The Rose Bowl to me is still better than the Peach Bowl. As exciting as the Peach Bowl was, that Rose Bowl was just serious. Like you're in Pasadena, like you just can't. That'll never be replicated. It just won't be. The 5 o'clock kick, the parade, everything about it. Nick Chubb on the Tower of Terror, everything about that was sick.
Yeah,
I'm struggling with wanting to disrespect Tennessee and not put them on this list at all, and also saying that they came in here so overhyped and we just absolutely embarrassed.
Oh, they're absolutely on the list for me.
Yeah, like, they have to get on here now.
We broke the record for loudest stadium, right?
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, that game has to go.
That's
on
the
here,
best home game we've had.
It's just depending on where it is.
Notre Dame, and even then, it was like it wasn't the same magnitude. Like this was the number 1 team in the country, allegedly. So we have the top 4. 5.
I think 5 is. Why is there 2 on the end of that Michigan? I don't remember that being there before. 5, I think, is SEC Championship 2017.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. Let me rethink that a little bit, honestly.
Where does the SEC Championship this year fit in?
I was just about to ask that. I think it needs to be on here.
It definitely needs to be on here.
Really?
We've won the SEC 3 times since this list started. So,
yeah,
I think it does.
Wait, which?
05, 17, and now this year.
You think all of them have to be on here?
Yeah.
I mean, I do. If we're talking about we've talked about implications.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah,
we did hang 50 on them too. That's pretty.
The 17, I think the 17 SEC Championship should be next, and it's because Auburn blew us out, obviously, and then we got them back. They're our big rival.
Yeah.
Gus Malzahn had his bull crap going on, so I'm good with that being at 5.
Okay,
yeah,
I like that at 5.
I think LSU. I think Georgia Notre Dame 2017 should still be on there.
It should be on there for sure.
I think LSU Georgia needs to move above Georgia Notre Dame though.
I'm not. I don't have many arguments with that.
I don't either. Well, what about the Orange Bowl? Where we couldn't that?
I think we had that on there,
but we haven't put it on this new one yet.
Oh, then yes, then that's next.
Orange Bowl's next.
It's a playoff game.
So that's 6. That's 6. Yeah, and see here, Fox says recency bias. Be careful. Well, yes, but at the same time, we've played 4 playoff games in the last 2 years. So
I mean, it's not really recency.
And we've
bias.
won them all.
It's more of the fact that
it is recency bias, and the fact that we have been way better recently than we were when this list started.
Yeah.
I mean,
like way better.
It's so hard to sit here and say like put a regular season game over.
It is
a game with that many implications.
So that's why I was trying to get the lay of the land before we really dug into this, because there are better games. Like the Tennessee game to me is much better than this Michigan game.
Yeah, and the LSU game far better than the Orange Bowl. I think so too.
While I'm thinking about this now too, we need to do bottom 10 at some point.
Yeah, that would be funny.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Actually, that would be more. Okay.
we'd have way
So
more.
we
than
have
10.
the top 4 for sure. Number 5, SEC Championship 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go from there.
I think you got to put Orange Bowl. It's a playoff game, and we were coming off the Bama loss. A lot of questions.
Okay.
That's true. And
All right, let's go Orange Bowl there then.
Orange Bowl 6. Okay, so we have 4 more spots. We have to choose wisely because we have some absolutely slam dunk good games on here.
Yeah, but we have to put if we're talking like implications, like both the other SEC championships have to go on here before the regular season games because we have 2 left.
But I think the magnitude of some of these regular season games outweigh those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a combination. I don't think they have to be on there.
All right. Well, then if both of the SEC championship games have to be on here, I think that 2013 or this year's SEC championship, goes 10.
I can do that. Yeah.
I think we'll just go ahead and put that one at 10.
I don't think they have to be on the list. Like I've changed my
mind.
All
right. Well, then that's fine with me. Yeah, because I was worried about that because I feel like there's some games I really want to put on here, and like if all the championship games and playoff games have to be on here, then
I think next is either this year Tennessee or LSU in 13.
I would say Tennessee.
I think I'd say LSU in 13 before I said Tennessee this year.
I don't know, dude.
I disagree, but we're splitting hairs with 6 and 7.
I think I'm leaning Tennessee. Honestly.
The LSU game was just like, I think it was the fact that it was such a sweat fest. Like it wasn't like the Tennessee game was never in doubt.
But I love that. That's what I wanted.
I love that too.
Part of it because they were literally ranked number 1, and for some reason everyone just assumed they were the greatest ever, and we blew them out.
Yeah, I agree on that, but also I don't know.
I think we got
the
Tennessee.
Feeling I had that day of embarrassing Tennessee just has it higher than that.
I agree too. I
think we got Tennessee then LSU, so that gives us 7, 8. So now we have 2 more spots. And we still have the blackout game. We still have LSU or Notre Dame in 17.
This is a good problem to have.
Yeah. I think blackout makes it, and I think Notre Dame 17 makes it.
I think it's fair, unless we're forgetting something just glaringly obvious. So we took off 3. We took off the 2005 SEC championship. We took off Clemson, Georgia, and then Georgia, Florida, 07.
Clemson, Georgia needs to go away for sure.
Like, I feel like there needs to be a Florida game on here, but at the same time, I don't know if there's any better than what we have listed.
I don't think so.
Georgia, Florida, 2007, I think could sneak its way on there. I'd pick Georgia, Florida, 2007 over Auburn, Georgia, 2007.
We could do like an honorable mention. Just missed the cut on the graphic.
Wow. I don't know. The blackout's iconic, dude.
Yeah, but it's just
iconic.
Like the magnitude of the game wasn't nearly as big as Florida. Auburn wasn't as good as Florida was that year. With Tim Tebow.
That is very true.
I love the Georgia. I was there. It was awesome.
I think the fact that we have Auburn ranked over it originally, that we should probably.
We don't, do we? No, it's ranked below it originally.
Oh, I'm blind. Sorry.
Yeah. So what do we think? We think Notre Dame and Florida.
Yeah,
I think so.
And the Notre Dame game was like kind of just like a we're here moment too. It was just like
it was the change. It was things have changed. Right now our list is both Natties, 21 and 22, respectfully. Rose Bowl, the Peach Bowl, 2017 SEC Championship, Orange Bowl, Tennessee, LSU 13, Florida 07. No, Notre Dame in 17, and then Florida 07.
I would go Florida over Notre Dame.
Okay.
I'm fine with that too.
I'm good with that.
All right, so we have 2 left.
No,
one
that's
left.
10.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, that's 10? Oh,
that's 10. Yeah.
Well, then, that's it.
10.
I think that's a good list.
I think it's a good list too.
So many left. Leaving off the blackout, I don't know, man.
It's honorable mention. We could do a top 50 games run. I could talk about all of them for so
It's crazy.
Once again, great problem to have. But
you can't people are going to say recency bias, and I understand, but you can't leave off the 4 playoff games. That takes up 4 spots.
Yeah.
And I honestly, one thing too, like if I was picking my like favorite games, the list would probably be a little different. Like I'm thinking like this is like greatest for us. Like this isn't our personal favorites.
Okay, so is that the criteria? I asked that at the beginning, and you didn't say that.
Yeah, I know, and well, that's what I mean. I
think we're still. I think we're
understood.
still in. I think we're still in the realm. I mean, because TCU was no doubt was not my favorite game, but
No,
it obviously had that type of importance.
I mean, one of my favorite games was skunking Tennessee in 2017. I mean, that game.
What about beating Florida that bad in 17?
That was awesome too.
Clowning them.
Those are games that probably would never make it on this list that we're making right now, but would come close to making it on my favorite games.
Like Georgia,
maybe we'll expand it to. No, we can do a side by side. We'll do top 10, and then we'll do like top 10 favorite or something. But
maybe will you do a draft of our favorite games?
I'm down with that.
That would be fun.
07 has to be on there. Yeah, it for sure does. I mean, rest of the field, like that's iconic stuff.
Yeah,
that has to be on there. I
Redding out South Bend has to be on there. Like an iconic football stadium, we just made it red. Like that's.
And that was just like I don't know. It was such an important game for us just as a program. Like it was our we're here moment. Like we're here to stay too. Like
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement with all this. So that's the list. We will tweet it out, and I'm sure no one will disagree with it. No one will disagree.
I'm sure there won't be any old people in the comments being like, "Hey, 1980 National Championship's got to be on there."
That's the one that kills me is when you youngins weren't around in 1992, were you? No, I wasn't.
No, those were the worst years of Georgia football ever. Also.
All right, we introduced a segment last show. We'll end with this. It was a wild success. A lot of people loving it. We had live DMs coming in. It was hilarious. Here's a good question before we get there. What SEC team do y'all hate the most?
It's Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, just we're all from
we're North Georgia natives. Like literally, if you looked outside my window right now, you'd see Tennessee. I'm on State Line Road. I hate them. I mean, I have no respect for them. Like the other schools, I can find a little bit of respect for. Tennessee, I have absolutely none. I would piss on their campus, and if it got caught in a wildfire, I would not have any remorse at all. I hate it.
It's like here's I don't know, like with Auburn, like and Tim Tebow, like I can acknowledge how great of players they are. With Tennessee, if they ever had a player that great, like I would never be able to acknowledge it. Like I wouldn't like.
Yeah, screw them, dude. All right, Scumbag Matter. Do y'all have any? Have y'all got any DMs or anything, or is it just the one email we got?
I think we still have three.
We have the DM that we got in the middle of last show, and then we have the email, right? Or are those the same story?
Oh, I didn't see this DM.
The one about Brenton Cox?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's hear it.
I haven't proofed a little proof. Have you proofed it, Griff?
No, I haven't looked at it at all.
Okay, well, you be proofing it, and I'm going to read this other one because
Okay.
I have proofed it. All right. This is from an anonymous source. And the spot – first off, what were our grades we had last week, Griff? Did you write them down?
Yeah, I do. I have them in my notes.
Let's hear
it. The first story was the story about the guy doing the labs and the tests for a football player.
Awesome. Classic.
Yeah, it was a 6.
Okay.
The fake deaf guy was an 8. And then Sam Pittman was a 4.8.
We got a strong leader in the clubhouse. Someone's gonna have to drop something real filthy to beat that.
No doubt. Here we go. Sugar Bowl celebration on Bourbon Street, 2003, after beating FSU. As the story goes, we ran into my neighbor. In parentheses, I was a freshman and the neighbors were super seniors. Okay.
Wait, hang on real quick before you finish. You said Sugar Bowl versus Florida State?
That's what it
This is not a UGA. Okay, this is not a UGA.
Oh, this Brenton Cox story is good.
No, not this.
Okay, this is not a UGA story. So okay.
Well, I don't know. Did we play them in the Sugar Bowl in 2003?
Who?
Florida State.
I think that was LSU.
No, we played West Virginia in 2000. Well,
that's 2005.
Oh, we did play. No, we did play Florida State in 03.
Yeah. Okay.
oh,
I was about to say, I said go Dogs at the end. So,
Oh, okay.
all right.
All right. Continue.
We ran into my neighbor. I was a freshman, and the neighbors were super seniors. After the game, all seemed normal until they danced around an FSU shirt. ... Making the FSU chant in the middle of Bourbon Street. Then P, that's what is the name source. Then P stopped dancing, dropped his pants, and shat on the shirt. Lit it on fire, got back up, and continued dancing.
okay.
Street.
Least offensive spell in New Orleans, by the way. Cleanest place on Bourbon Street. And by the way, in my defense, I just had my years mixed up. 2004 was LSU when they beat Oklahoma. That's what I was thinking of, and I think that was the national championship.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so a lot to break down here. A lot to break down here. Middle of Bourbon Street, take a shot on a shirt and lit it on fire. That's got to be like
That's a crime
somehow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
100%.
definitely is.
So,
I'm gonna go ahead and say, like,
we have to take into account breaking the law.
if I
But
was
also,
at this event, that's a
also-
vibe killer.
Also, let's count the morality of it. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of sick. I mean,
Is it, Griff?
Ugh, I'm gonna go with no. If I was like,
I don't
19,
know.
I would have said
That's
yeah.
not sick at all.
okay, no. Imagine
You know
you're
what kind of person you have to be to take a dump in front of people like that.
yeah, true. But
A
imagine
sick person.
imagine looking at this from the outside, I guess, is what I'm thinking.
We are.
Imagine
exactly
no,
what
but
we're doing.
no, but like not talking about the person. Imagine you're hammered and you see that happen. How hard are you laughing? Like,
Oh, it's hilarious. But
I'm
at the same time, it's
dying.
like, yeah.
I'm thinking
Exactly.
that guy's awesome.
If it requires you to be drunk to laugh at it,
That's true.
I don't
It's
know, man. I
definitely-
feel like that might have killed my vibe. I feel like I would
Definitely,
have been like,
definitely not a nice guy thing.
need to go
why
home.
did he light it on? You know how bad that would stink if
Yeah.
you did that and lit it on fire. You just
Yeah.
have turds burning up.
Do we also have to like give him a little bit of a break because it's New Orleans?
Yeah, yeah, probably. This is part of it might mask some of the smells in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even really know where to start here. This is a scumbag move.
I think
Like-
we're at least at a 7. We're at a baseline.
Did he
7.
wipe?
No, no
Wow.
shot. There's nothing to wipe with. He literally did it in the middle of the street.
And so then he's
It
hanging out
stank.
with people.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
You think he
scumbag.
got? Well, they didn't have Ubers in 2003, but he got in someone's car probably.
I know it smelled crazy out there. That's all I gotta
That's-
say.
He lit it on. He just had a lighter on standby and just lit it on fire.
Probably. I mean, there's probably somebody on the street that just like was selling lighters and he just like handed him $2.
Okay, I think this is pushing an 8.
I think this is outrageous behavior. I think if I
Okay,
saw this,
8.5.
I would be like,
I'll start. I'll start 8.5.
Behavior.
8.5. That's my score.
And like,
I'm gonna give him 5. I'm gonna give him a half of a point off and put him at an 8 just because New Orleans is just a disgusting place. And things like that just happen.
like,
Now, if you did that in like Boca Raton or something, that's a nice establishment.
Boca Raton. Oh, home of the Seinfelds.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning 8.5 too. Like,
Let's
I
go.
don't know how it gets much
8.3.
worse. Like, what? Let's evaluate this. What would make the story worse?
If
If he ate it.
If he touched it, I mean, if
He lit it on
put
fire.
if he put it in someone's face, I don't
Dude,
know.
You have to pick it up and light it on fire. The flame's going up.
I'm gonna go with an 8.
Was it a solid turd?
I don't know.
I just don't know. I just don't know why that would ever cross your mind. I'm sorry.
Like, did
Like-
he pick up the shirt and the turd just fall in the street? Somebody stepped on that, dude.
Just imagine like just that's your first thought. You see that shirt and you're like, I gotta shit on that.
Exactly, dude. Actually, screw this. This is a 9, bro.
He woke up
Hey.
with mud butt too. Yeah, no.
This is a 9. Yeah, he didn't like before he went.
He
to
woke
sleep that
up and
night.
his butt is just
This
stanking.
is just someone you do not want
And you
to
know
be
what?
around. You don't wanna be around him.
You know how uncomfortable it is too when you don't wipe good and like
I would
No, I
never.
don't.
I would
I
never
don't,
invite
Griffin.
that person.
Dude, like
anywhere
I
ever
wipe
again
good,
if
but
they did
sometimes
that.
you just don't get it all. Sometimes you're rushing and like you just don't like get it completely. And you got to go back again, and it's uncomfortable. West Virginia is selling. Oh my god.
I wouldn't want to be around this person ever again, too.
Ever.
I
Ever.
want
Okay.
that on
Nah,
record.
screw
And
this.
all right, this is our first 9.
I just keep talking myself into more and more. I'm like pushing a 9.2 now. Like that's
I'm good with 9-2. That's a scumbag thing.
Nine,
to do.
I
That is
like
this guy's a
psycho.
9.2, and he's the early leader in the clubhouse. Thank you for that story, though. I mean, that's out.
Yeah, fantastic story.
I'm sorry
Thank you.
whoever sent this in had to witness that. That's
All right.
disgusting.
You want me to read the other one, Cole, or you want to read it?
Yeah, whatever. You can read it.
All right, I got it pulled up. All right. So he said, I worked mostly with the defense, but occasionally with the offense as well when they came together for one-on-one drills. For those unfamiliar, a one-on-one drill would consist of a center who does nothing other than snap the ball in this drill, a guard or a tackle, a defensive lineman or linebacker, and myself. The center would snap the ball to me, and I'd drop back into an imaginary pocket as the focal point for the D lineman to try and get to. Anyway, if
That
a D
sounds
lineman,
like a terrible job, by the way.
yeah. Anyway, if a D lineman won the rep, it was understood that I would be thudded, essentially a huge chest bump, but not a full-on tackle.
Did Stetson Bennett write this story?
Yeah,
He was a scout team quarterback.
I'm not in pads. They are. Well, Brenton Cox didn't care about that rule and sacked the QB, me, at full speed whenever he saw fit. I never said anything about it, but I guess someone reported it because he said at the following practice, "Guess you decided to be a little bitch about that little tackle, huh?" He never tackled me again, but instead beat the shit out of my arm with his stupid, hard as a brick arm cast of his while trying to knock the football out of my hand. I was relatively new to the job, excited to be working for my favorite team, so I let things slide. I probably shouldn't have, but man, that dude was a dick for no reason. For reference,
you can stop there.
Yeah.
That's the story. Yeah, I mean,
That's up there.
That's
a hard
as
move. It's like
scumbag as it gets.
calm down, Greg. It's soccer. Like, settle down, man. It's
I'm going to give him a pass because here's what I do respect. As a now coach and a guy who is a player currently, I like to see some fire in practice, people that care. There's definitely a line, though. Brenton Cox has crossed that line, clearly, and Kirby kept him off the team.
he already wasn't doing like many favors
Right.
around
He was
here with any
scumbag.
of us.
And I do think it would be hard to turn off and on as a football player. Those guys are different. But let's just be real. Mentality-wise, they're different. These guys are strapping on helmets made of what kind of material the helmet's made of?
I could tell you.
I don't
plastic,
freaking know.
a hard plastic,
With like fiberglass or something. and just absolutely meeting head on full speed with other overly grown individuals. So they're already psychos. And I don't know. Some guys can't flip that switch. It's kind of like a fighter. Brenton Cox is a scumbag. Definitely a scumbag. But Kenny McIntosh, like you said, Jake, on Twitter, bench pressed him. So
I like I like how he said that it hurt because he hit him with his cast. He called him a fiberglass merchant. He said other than that, he would have been straight.
Yeah, exactly. He did stop tackling him. So there's some brownie points there. And I'll give him an 8.5.
I think it's fair.
8.5.
I'll go 8-2. 8-2.
I think the comment adds some points for me.
I
guess you were a little bitch. Like, I mean, why are you talking shit to the manager?
He's in no pads. That's true. That's true.
Also, it's just like a manager. Like,
yeah, he's an ultimate scumbag. Like, he really is. You're right. It's like an 8.
A bro like me would have strapped him up. Like, come on.
Yeah. Me personally, I wouldn't take that level of disrespect. Yeah, it's like an 8.8. You're right. It's bad.
That's fine.
He's a scumbag.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, 8.8. I like that.
All right, thanks for the stories, folks. I mean, I'm still like a little bit flustered on the first story.
That was insane.
Yeah, no,
I'm willing to bump that first story up like that.
We can't bump. There's worse things than that, though. That's what we have to think about right here. There's worse things than that.
I'm just waiting for somebody to admit to like a very, very serious crime in our DMs and us to be like, we can't read that now.
Yeah, I know. Like, you win, but
Yeah, you win. I just want to know if it was like a solid turd or diarrhea. That's really what I want to know.
I don't know if I want to know.
That changes a lot for me.
Oh, we got anything else on the docket?
Nah, that's it. That's a good place to end. I got to go like meditate or something. But
keep sending the stories too. We love them.
Yes, please. You can email us at baxterstreetboys@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Twitter. That's the easiest way to do it. But it's always fun when we get them. We get to read them. They're hilarious. So good stuff. Scumbag Meter is alive and well, and it's here to stay. So, guys, we appreciate y'all listening. Kind of a long show tonight, but jam-packed a lot. Got a new list. Got a Scumbag Meter out. You know all the Super Bowl prop bets. Let's have a good week. I'm sure there'll be plenty of dogs news coming out. I thought we have an answer on Monken by now. We don't. So we'll talk about that next week, hopefully. Before then, have a good week.
Wait, before we go, keep an eye on the TikTok on Saturday. I'm going to have to make a TikTok. I'm going to be in a tux. I'm going to a gala, and I'm going to drop a sick-ass play in the tux. I have to make a video in the tux, right? Like, I have to. I have to do that. So I'm going sharp mode Saturday morning, finding a play, and so just look out for that.
Sounds good. Everyone has that to look forward to. Let's do it, folks. Attack the week this week. Don't let it attack you. Go Dogs.